out. I'm here, of course, with my client, Patrick King. He's still under the conditions of non being able to communicate with the media. We hope to get that lifted very, very soon. Mr. King will have his voice back, and we'll be here to speak to you more fulsomely. Today, of course, was a sentencing decision. The Crown was asking for what I respectfully state to you was a ridiculous sentence of 10 years, and we were asking for time served or a bit more jail. The Crown didn't get what he was asking for, and in fact, the judge saw it our way. I think the most important, the trial decision was very balanced, the sentencing decision was very balanced. It's very respected. I respect this judge a great deal, but he struck a really good balance between what Mr. King did and what Mr. King didn't do. If Mr. King was to be sentenced to 10 years in jail, which is what the Crown was asking, they would essentially be making him a political prisoner. They would be sentencing Mr. King for the sum total of everything that was done by every individual in the Freedom Convoy. Not only did Justice Hackland find that Mr. King was nonviolent, but he specifically advocated for a lack of violence and found in his sentencing decision today that but for the very vocal actions of Mr. King, things could have been a lot worse. Was he found guilty of mischief? Absolutely. But he was not such a mischief that he should be sentenced for what everybody else did. In addition, a number of community impact statements were filed during the course of the sentencing, and His Honor went out of his way to say that not only was that not, I would say, my words, is not relevant to Mr. King's sentencing, but that there was no evidence at all brought at trial that Mr. King knew about these or condoned these actions. We're not saying that things didn't happen over the course of the Freedom Convoy that was beyond our purview and that was not intended by leadership, even peripheral leadership by Mr. King. But you cannot sentence one person for the actions of others. And I think His Honor did a great balance in the balancing of the sentence. It is a jail sentence. It's equivalent to 1 year. Mr. King will spend the next 90 days, 3 months back in Alberta under house arrest, and it'd be followed by a period of probation. But this is an end to a very long and very drawn out process, and we're happy to have it come to the conclusion.
Are you expecting the Crown to appeal?
I can't speak for what the Crown may or may not do.
Are you preparing for that?
We're prepared for anything, of course. We've been prepared for everything since Mr. King's arrest. I find it funny, it's full circle. He was arrested 3 years ago yesterday, right? We're prepared. I wasn't prepared for the Crown asking for a 10-year sentence. I wouldn't think that they would appeal, but they may. I don't know, but we're ready to go.
What's the message to people of Ottawa? You mentioned 3 years later, likely a lot of people wanted to see Pat King go to jail for a long time, including the Crown. What's the message to those people?
I think this is a good, I don't want to say case study, David, but I want to say this is a good example of what our justice system is and what it isn't. Mr. King, and we don't dispute this, he's very loud, he's very prolific. How many videos did we watch over the course of the trial? He's out there, he's in it, he's around, right? And it's very easy to take that one person and put all of the woes and the badness and place that on the feet of Mr. King. We don't do that. This is not Russia. This is not the southern United States. We don't put people in jail for things that other people did. So I think this is a very good example and maybe a demonstration. I hear you. You might hate Mr. King. You may love Mr. King. But at the end of the day, that is not the role of justice. We sentence people for things that they did in line proportionally with their responsibility. And that's what we did. It's very easy to just say, well, he should go away for 10 years. But I think those people who know our criminal justice system, including all of you who know how the system works, that was a fit and proportionate sentence.
I think a lot of ears pick up when we hear Pat King getting a job in social media in the future. Can you share some more details about that?
I can't at this time. No, I can't.
Do you still have legal fees that are outstanding for Mr. King?
We're not getting into that. That's privileged solicitor client information. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you coming.
Freedom!
Why Pat King doesn't speak?
We didn't hear the judge say anything about that.
Yeah,
He's not allowed to. He's still on bail conditions related to other matters. Until I get those bail conditions varied, Mr. King cannot speak. The Crown has agreed that they will vary them. He will get his voice back. He will get his social media back. But we need to work out the details of the bail variations.
And maybe quickly, Natasha, the other charges outstanding for Pat, can you just get a comment on what you're expecting?
They're going to trial. Both of them are going to trial. We'll be fighting them as vigorously as we fought this.
And you'll represent him?
Of course. I'm not going in unless he wants me to. I'm not going anywhere. We're a good team.
Good
You're welcome,
job.
guys.
You did a great job, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Freedom, Pat. Finally, this man can live.
On Facebook, I'm on YouTube. on YouTube.
Pat
Under what?
King!
It's Lynn
Freedom!
Brooks. Okay, Lynne Brooks.
Okay.
A YouTube.
Freedom!
You're welcome.
Freedom! Freedom!
Oh, there's somewhere I'm gonna put them on my
You saved a lot of people's lives.
Thank
did.
you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. We love you, brother.
There we go.
Thanks, Natasha!
All right. Okay, that's it for today, at least for now, for the Pat King trial. So Lynn Brooks, Black Flag Media, Freedom. So I had this, I'll tell you in a sec. So I'm on video, so I had this